That was a quick song.
Yeah, wow. Crickets. So
Shh, ándale. Cállate, güey. Un niña. Come on, Beto, under the fence, mijo. Let's go, come on. Run! You don't get your money back. Migra, run!
We gotta get them immigrated.
All right. Welcome back to the M25 Show. My name's Albert.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Steve. And here we are. Three amigos.
Yeah, -1.
-1. Our fourth guy, he's on the road again. Oh my! I swear, every time we start a show, I get about 1,000 texts. It never fails. It never fails. Not really. I'm not popular when the show's over. What were we gonna say, Alberto?
I forgot already.
Damn, that's fast. What do you call that when you have a
must have been a lie.
I know I was going to say something about Eddie, but then Mr. Popularity here, I get 1,000 texts right before the show.
Right?
Well, because I told you I have to get all these tags going through the song, and the song's not very long, so I got to do all this, and I try to be professional. Well, why don't you tell everybody about our YouTube and all that stuff while I do this? How's that sound?
No, why can't you learn
Why don't you pick a longer song?
You know what? Here we go. Alyssa, tell everybody about our YouTube and Facebook and everything. Here we go.
Okay, so you can watch us on YouTube, Adventures of the M25 Show. If you go to a podcast and you search Magpie, what is it, Productions?
Podcast Network.
Thank you. You can find us there. You can watch past shows. You can watch us live on Facebook. We are at the M25 Show on Facebook, the fan page, and then also the Steve, Eddie, Alyssa, and Alberto page. You can find us live. That's it, right?
Check that out.
Yeah, vamp some more because we know Steve's not ready yet.
I know. Why am I so big?
What do you mean? Why are you so big? Your
it's
boobs
the
frozen.
Alyssa show today. Just me.
Well, because I put you up. Oh, what the hell is this?
Hey, look what you did.
Yeah.
You made him
jealous.
There you go. It's the Steve show. Here we go. Wrong one.
Right.
You know what? I blame Eddie.
Yeah, you always do that.
He didn't feel important enough. He didn't feel important enough with his 1,000 text messages. He had to make himself big and us little.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
It was like your penis and we were the two balls.
There you go.
Wow.
You wish.
I wouldn't say that much, but
oh goodness gracious! So, you told everybody? Did you tell us about our website, Alberto?
The M25show.com. Up there.
Okay.
Make me big. I'm pointing.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. Everybody wants to be big today. Here we go.
There. Up there. The M25show.com. Hashtag podcasting something more. That's it. That's the whole
That's all he's got. That's all he's got.
That's all you got? I made you big for that.
So sorry, I know you need to write in some more names, but that's all I got.
Okay, here we go.
That's all I got to say about that.
All right. Okay, I got it all completed. See, thank you guys for helping me out here. God dang. Okay, so today is April Fool's Day.
I guess that he played an April Fool's prank on us.
Right?
Yeah, but his is true. He really didn't show up.
So he says.
Hey, you know what I was thinking? You know, if say you're in a relationship, whether you're it's a girlfriend, boyfriend thing, or wife or husband thing, and you have somebody on the side, and they tell you that the person that you have on the side, like, okay, for Alyssa's different. Say Alyssa, you have a dude on the side, right?
Okay.
But you're in a relationship with the boyfriend, right? Or a
Okay.
husband or whatever, and you find out you're pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to tell your side that you're pregnant.
Side piece.
Yes. And then for the guys, like say the guy's married or has a girlfriend, and he has a girlfriend on the side, and she tells him, "Hey, I'm pregnant." And it's an April Fool's Day. Do you think people would figure that out? Would they be too scared to understand that it's April Fool's? I think it'd be more the guy. The guy would be a little more, because I don't know if how it would be. Would that be easier in your case, Alyssa? If you're pregnant, would you think it's your boyfriend's automatically, or could there be a chance it could be the other guys?
I don't know. That's hard. I mean, it depends on who you're using protection with. You know, if it's kind of hard. Like, say if your boyfriend had a vasectomy, or, you know, always used condoms. I know condoms aren't 100%, but you know, the more likely chance, you know, if you're not using them with the side piece, you're going to, you know, it's more than likely it's going to be the side piece's child.
So I'm saying, okay, what if they're both fertile, and they're not using protection with both?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
It's very crazy, but I mean, how would you feel?
I'd be scared. I'd be like, I don't know whose it is.
So
it sucks because you can't find out for 9 months.
So do you think it'd be who do you think it'd be more scary for? Like somebody like you in your position, the woman, or the guy? Like if the guy's married or has a girlfriend, and then he has a girlfriend on the side,
right?
And the girlfriend on the side calls the husband and says, "Hey, I'm pregnant."
I think it would be more scary for the girl, because the girl's the one that ends up, for the most part, according like to statistics, I can't even say it, statistics, the woman stays with the baby. Statistics. I couldn't say it.
Yeah,
so
but
more, you know, the baby, the mom has the baby for the most part, and for the guy, it's a lot easier. I'm not saying every guy does it, but I mean, for most guys, you know, they could just leave and don't have to worry about the baby, even though they probably will be financially obligated. But I think it's more scary for the woman.
The woman that's the side?
The one that's pregnant, yes.
But you don't think the guy would be kind of freaked out thinking, well, maybe what is he gonna do? Like, does he just split and hopefully she never contacts,
move across the country?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean the guy has a lot to lose too, you know, the relationship and then
the marriage.
Like you
do
said,
they have kids already?
He has to pay.
Yep.
Yeah, what a mess that would be, huh? You know?
Oh yeah.
Don't you think that for that would be, and it ends up being an April Fool's joke?
Oh yeah.
You know, wouldn't that be pretty shitty?
Yeah,
because stressed out all day.
Well, that, and then you probably, who knows, did the guy tell his wife yet? Did, you know, it's like a domino effect.
Yeah, you know, say
babe,
the person,
you know what, I had the side chick, now she's pregnant, da 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 da.
Yeah, the side chick calls the husband and goes, "Hey, I'm pregnant." She's playing a April Fool's thing on him, right?
Right.
And the guy's all freaked out. Oh shit, you know. So he's gonna be stand-up guy and goes and tells his wife right away. Then his side girl, I was just April Fool's.
Right. And most guys would like totally cut off communication right then and there because they're in shock. They don't know how to respond. They don't know what to do. So they wouldn't talk to the side chick, and they're all day going, "Oh my God, oh my gosh, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?" Tells his wife, never finds out that it was an April Fool's joke, because most men just cut off all communication for the time being until they can figure it out.
Exactly. I think that's, you know, people out there that thinking of doing that, don't do it. Don't play that kind of joke.
But I think I know
right.
That's like the most obvious April Fool's joke.
You know what? If you're really in that situation, though, I wouldn't think about it. I would be like, "What? I mean, if you're actually physically in a have a side girl and you're married and that happens, I don't think you're thinking April Fool's right away. You're kind of stunned for a second because you're actually with somebody, two people at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, Berto, I don't know what you're going to say, but I know you're wrong. But go ahead. Just go ahead and say it.
I was going to say, according to Steve, don't play an April Fool's joke. Now, if you want to have the affair or the side chick or guy, go ahead. But don't play an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, do all that stuff if you want to do it, but don't be playing jokes because
the opinions of Steve are those of just Steve and not the rest of the M25 show, right, Alyssa?
Right.
Alyssa and I believe in monogamy.
Yep.
Oh, you guys are the straight arrows.
That's why you don't have side pieces. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see how you guys are.
On your significant other.
Oh, Lord. I am the straightest person around. You guys are the ones always bringing the shows to a level of naughtiness, of
nastiness,
all this stuff, nastiness, and I try to keep.
Steve, this is archived. I mean, audio, video. Anybody can go back and watch every show we've done or listen to every show.
Right. Who's in charge of the topics?
Yeah.
Steve.
Okay, wait a minute. You guys are getting out of hand here. Okay, so today, I hate to change the subject here, but we have
sure you do.
A couple. I don't know what it was. A few weeks ago, I told you about that movie I saw, Bikini Mayhem, and I really liked it a lot. And so what I did is I contacted. Actually, we know Cori Collins, right? So I contacted her and I go, "Hey, what do you think? Thinking about getting this little mini reunion thing? Maybe some of the actors on there and directors, producers, or what have you. Maybe I can get them together and get them on." Well, I was working on it for a few weeks, and I got 5 of them. 5 of them are coming on today, if all's well. Because I see we got one person in the green room already, and that's it. So we're still missing 4, but they might be waiting till 9:20. So hopefully they all roll in at 9:20. But I got 5 of them from the movie. We got, let me see, 2 producers. One of the producers was in the movie. One of the producers wasn't in the movie, and then 3 others that were in the movie. Does that make sense? Well, they're all 5 involved. How's that? They're all 5 involved. But I was pretty excited because I really dug the movie. I mean, I know you guys probably did. You guys watch it, or were you letting me just? Am I the one in love with this movie and you guys don't?
Yep.
Don't you guys? I expect that you guys should follow everything that I do off the show too. This is what I want from now on.
Yeah, you know what? You first and kiss my ass, and then I'll follow whatever the hell you follow.
Oh Lord, we need to get him an Angel shirt, and then I'll talk to him.
Eddie, where the fuck are you? I need another Dodger fan here.
So anyway, I got my movie. I should have brought it with me, but I have it up on the. Oh, look at that! We go. An Angel Tom.
Opening day soon. Yeah, it goes like this. I don't want to make it all loud.
Okay, let me see here. We had another person pop in, but she left.
Uh-oh.
Well, and she's back again. Okay.
Oh.
I think she thought that. Okay, I see you in the green room, Don. When it's time for the interview, I'll pull everybody out. I'm still waiting for Cori, Scott, and Jody. Once those 3 get on, then I'll pull everybody out.
Can we do all of them on the same screen?
We sure can. I think this is Alberto. Have we ever did that many people at once? We're gonna have 5 people plus us 3.
So 8. 5
maybe
plus 3 is 8.
Maybe that test run we did at night.
That test run we did at night.
Yeah, before we started doing this on StreamYard. Remember we put it out on Facebook. Everybody showed up.
Yeah, but it didn't allow that many. It doesn't allow that many people, remember? Now it allows up to 10.
Yeah, feel free to tell me in the green room.
No, we'll be okay. We'll be all right. We're just waiting for we lost Danny too.
Somebody?
Oh Lord.
Oh.
You better just start pulling people up because they're showing up, they don't see anybody and they go away.
Well, they can see me. Hello, Don. I see you in the green room. I'll be pulling you out in a minute.
You got to get yourself off the screen.
What are you talking about?
He acts like he
okay.
doesn't
So
know.
I guess what we're gonna well, they can see everybody. Nobody can see them. They can see the show and hear the show. So all right. You know what? Let's do this then. If you're late, what's that thing? If you're late, you snooze, or what's that? If you snooze, you lose, right?
Yes.
All right. See, I got it. Hold on. Let's see here. Look who we got here. We got Danny. Hello, Danny.
Hey.
And let's see here. We got Don over here. Hey, John.
Hi.
Now, all right. Well,
Hi, Danny.
I want to give you guys a pat on the back for being on time.
Thank you.
We're
definitely appreciate
We're still
that.
waiting for Cori. Well, now they're popping in. They probably ears.
See,
we
now
got Jody coming on. Oh well, thank you, Alberto. Thank you very much. Hello, Jody. Okay, we got 1, 2. Now we're waiting for Scott and Cori. Now Alberto thought that I should pull you guys out because he thought you guys were lonely in there, and I shouldn't be so rude to keep you in the green room until everybody showed up at once. So. Yes, I do. I was saying hi to them. Don, you okay over there?
I'm good.
Man, this is great. You guys, I have my movie, but I should have brought it down with me, but I have it up on a mantle. I wish I had it. I would have showed it, but I showed it a couple weeks ago, but it was so hard to find that movie. About 2 years, I did see the movie. It was on eBay. And I'm going to tell a quick story while we're waiting for Cori and Scott. And I saw it. It was for like $9 or something like that. And I did, for some reason, I'll get it later, no biggie. So I went back a few weeks later and it was gone. And I checked back and back for the next year or two and I couldn't find it. So I got a hold of a buddy of mine who does kind of horror flicks and stuff like that. And I go, hey, I'm trying to find this movie. I've been online everywhere trying to find it. I can't find it. It's sold out everywhere. So he asked me the name. I said Bikini Mayhem. And so he said, hold on a second. And I guess he did some quick research. And he said, hey, look, there was only 200 of those movies made, hard copies. So good luck. You're probably not going to find one. So when I got this one, it was probably 3 weeks ago. And there was 3 of them on Amazon. There was 2 used ones for $40 and a brand new one for $50. And I bought the brand new one because I waited for 2 years to find it. So I figured, hey, nobody's played it. Nobody's opened it. So that's the one I got. And now there's only 2 that I know of. I don't know if they're still on Amazon. They're used ones for about $40.
We were trying to increase the interest.
Yeah, I just thought that was pretty. Thought I'd let you guys know because that's kind of like a collector's item, I would imagine.
Wow,
that's what I hear. That's a little
cool.
Bikini Mayhem backstory that I was searching for that movie for about 2 years. I should have got it on eBay a long time ago, but if you snooze, you lose.
What was the price on eBay?
Back then, 2 years ago, I think it was about $9.99.
Wow, $30 increase. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it very, very is. So, Dawn, how are you, Dawn?
I'm good, thank you. I'm actually surprised I'm here on time.
Well, really? Yeah, you're kind of far away, aren't you? I didn't know you're in. Where you at?
I'm actually in San Diego. I think we all are.
Oh, I thought you were in another country.
No, that's why when you said it was LA time, I thought that was so funny because it wasn't. It wasn't that far from. I'm in LA time, so.
Oh, I say that all the time because guests would come on and they'd go. I tell them what time I'd go. Your interview's it's at 9:20 Pacific time. Okay, and then when the time comes, the day they go, oh, what time is that?
Pacific time.
And what time is it in this state or this state? So I just got to the point where I would just say, hey, it's 9:20 Los Angeles time. So you kind of look up wherever you're at. Yeah.
What country did you think I was in?
I thought you told me you were in New Zealand. You lived in New Zealand or something like that.
Wow. No.
Oh, maybe it was another bikini babe I was talking to.
Oh, maybe.
Anybody else?
Oh
No,
no. You know what?
I stopped.
I think when you said it was LA time, my joke was that I was in New Zealand, so I wouldn't know what LA time was. But yeah, I'm in San Diego.
Ah,
Decreases the interest
people
there,
joking
huh?
around with me, Alyssa. Yeah.
Hey, well, how was New Zealand?
Right?
Did you enjoy it?
It was fabulous. The weather was amazing, quite frankly.
I know. It's like, wow, we got somebody from New Zealand going to be on. We got people in San Diego. I go, fuck, this is going to be a good one here. Okay, if Cori and Scott come on, I will just pull them on. We're just going to go ahead with the interview. Jody, how you doing over there?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing good. Do you recognize these two other people up here with you?
Wait, hold on. I've got like two different. I had that Facebook Live I was posting, and then I know.
She's like
God,
me.
it's
Gets
been
all
forever.
got a lot of things going on. I was doing the same thing earlier. I had to tag all you guys.
I was like, oh my God, the voices in my
song,
head.
So do you guys keep in contact at all, or are you guys just on your own and doing your own things, or do you say hi once in a while to each other?
Daniel and I will like randomly like share projects. It's like we don't talk for months, and it's like, hey, we got this going on because we're both just so busy. I didn't even know Cori had a baby. I mean, it's like,
oh wow,
yeah, I didn't
all
know
kinds
either.
of crazy stuff. I was like, where was I? Isn't she in jail for killing me? No. How did she get pregnant?
Yeah,
it's funny.
You know what? That's another funny story. Let me blow up here, Jody. I was talking to Jody. I think it was a few months, or maybe a month or two ago, and I just messaged her because I knew she was in the movie. So I go, I'm gonna try to message her and say hi and tell her I saw the movie and I liked it. And oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. I was trying to buy it at the time and I couldn't find it. I think I messaged you and I was trying to get a hold of it, and you said you didn't have a copy, that I should get a hold of, I believe Eric. It was Eric. And so I go, I think I said you guys should do a sequel. I'm so excited for the movie. I haven't even seen it yet. You should do a sequel. And well, that's gonna be kind of hard because she kind of did a little spoiler for me that Cori cut your head off, and I was like, what? So I hadn't seen the movie, so I guess
she just wanted to be a model.
That's right.
What's so funny is when Eric, and I connected about doing the part of Sally Dobbins, and I was like, he didn't really tell me too much in the beginning, just that, hey, she's a talent manager and does PR, which is ironically what I do in real life. And I was like, oh, that sounds fun. And then it was like, oh, and by the way, yeah, she's like a womanizing bitch. It's like, oh, even better. And of course, this was way before the Me Too movement, or I would have been right there next to Weinstein, probably. My character, not me personally. But, so I was like, wow, good thing we came out when we did, or I probably would have been canceled.
That is funny. You're right. Let me see here. Let me go to don't worry, Dan. I got some questions for you. I want to save for here in a minute.
I'm chilling. I'm good.
Let me go. Dawn, let's blow you up here. Okay, you were in the beginning of the movie. You were one of the girls on the couches, right? Am I remembering correctly?
That's
okay.
Correct.
Yeah, that was that's one of the best openings of a movie I've ever seen.
I'm sure Eric would love to hear that.
I mean, I thought it was. I mean,
it's awesome.
That was how was it? How was it shooting that beginning scene?
It was awesome. I was last minute scheduled to do that movie with them, and it was so much fun. Actually, it was a lot of fun. It was obviously very sexy, so that's not a problem there. Because women were beautiful. That was a lot of fun to be in that too.
So are you. So
thank you.
I'm glad. Okay, we got another person popping on here. I don't know if you guys know Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Wow, man, I think we should just do the part 2 right now. Let's wait for Cori. We'll just do part 2.
Scott's coming on with the porn star mustache, even.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, look at that. Let me get the porn star music up real quick. Okay, let me get Dawn up here. Where are you at, Dawn? Okay, so how was it doing the movie? How was it? Tell me, doing it and everything when it was done. How was
It was a
that
lot of fun.
feeling?
I've never actually done a movie before. It was just
Uh-huh.
I felt like a celebrity. I mean, it was so much fun. It was and like I said, the women were so beautiful. You know, I mean, it was great actually. It was a lot of fun.
Well,
I mean, I
that's
don't
pretty
really
cool.
know.
Yeah, you're right.
It's my first movie, so I really don't know how to compare it to anything. But it was amazing. It was a lot of fun.
Very cool. What did you think of Jody's character? Do you think she was a sweetheart?
Oh, I loved her. That would have been a great character to play, actually. She did a really good job. Much better than I think I could have, for sure. She was fun.
Yeah, I know that scene. I think it was when Cori came in or something to see her the first time, and she just said, "All right, strip."
Yeah.
It's like, all right, yeah, I like this movie. I like this gal here. She's straight to the point.
Yeah, my favorite scene was when Cori was standing there with her book or whatever, and Jody was ignoring her, and then finally after she takes her book back, Jody's like, "Okay, let me see your photos." That was my favorite scene. Do you remember that scene? Do you remember
that scene?
I do. The dismissive attitude to then, that was fun on opening night. Sitting next to my girlfriend when we're doing this scene where it's hey, take off your clothes. Like, it was a different.
It was pretty cool. I really dug it. It was cool the way you guys, every character was cool the way it was done. And I had when I was watching, okay, I didn't know what to expect. I just I saw the cover, and then I knew Cori. She's been on our show before, and I wanted to check it out. Really? But when I saw it, I was really impressed. It was really cool. I really dug it a lot. I was telling what's that?
May I ask, Jody, was that your first movie?
No, I had actually, ironically, I just got done shooting a film called The Slingers, which was this nice little wholesome family movie about these kids that want to join a kickball team. So I came from doing this nice little wholesome movie to then I kind of had this whole string of this. And it's funny because with Bikini Mayhem, that was actually my first movie of doing like full makeup. Because of the last scene. So sitting in, which, Allie did an incredible job, I think, for all of us. Daniel will tell you in one of the scenes with his tongue that he had to do that. I mean, that was incredible. So, sitting around with this, slashing my neck for hours and letting her do that. That was my first experience of doing that. Okay. And then having to act like that. So that was a lot of fun, but it was funny because I went through this whole string of doing these little parts of, I had done a music video where I like beat my kid because he's, not bringing me a sandwich, and I beat him with a chain. So I went through this wholesome movie doing all these like really nasty people, but that's where it's fun because you get to play these alter egos. And, there was times where shooting Bikini Mayhem, I told Eric, God, I've got a couple of clients I really wish I could be like this too, where I'm just dismissive and like, get out. But you can't really be like that. Or you won't have clients for very long.
Very cool.
But to see it all come together, that was also a kind of my experience of, a lot of us didn't shoot scenes together. So we didn't really see each other or the whole film, come together till the premiere. And then like I had no idea there was so much nudity and everything, and then it was like, oh, so this isn't about bikini.
So some of you were surprised at the whole when it was all put together.
Yeah, like the guy who has the fetish. He's talking about his diapers, and I was like, oh my God, what's happening? And, ironically, I was like, for a split second, you kind of not worry, but, like, how are my clients going to take this? How is this going to get perceived? And then it was funny because I was like, probably no one will really see the movie. And, it's not like it's, Saw or anything on major motion picture, but there became like this small cult following that watched this film. And so you start getting like, I had a ton of people that were writing me from like the Middle East. And it was like, oh, you're so beautiful. I want, Sally Dobbins to do another movie. And, you don't want to give it away that, she can't do that. But maybe we become a soap opera, because they always bring those guys back.
Go back. That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, there's always ways to do things. If you sit a writer and a producer sit down together, I'm sure they could. We don't want to give the movie away, but I'm sure they can fix you up some way somehow. Maybe some lightning bolts, some stitches, something. I don't know.
New age, like Vin Diesel comes back to life, kind of situation.
Okay, let me go here to Daniel because I got some questions for this gentleman here. Let me see, Daniel, how you doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Okay, let me put Scott. Scott's back in the green room. Let me add him to the stream, and then let me blow up. We're just waiting for Cori. We'll have the whole crew here. Okay, how you doing, Dan? Can I call you Danny, Daniel?
Yeah, Dan, Danny, Daniel, whatever you like.
Okay, because you're the one with the teeth.
That's right. Yeah,
you're the guy. You're guy with the teeth.
Because the ladies love him.
That's right.
So what was the deal? Why the teeth? I gotta ask. What was the meaning of that, or what? How did that come about?
Well, when I was talking to Eric about the character, we were trying to figure it out, like how would this guy look like, Neon, and Eric was suggesting, to look up some artists, and at the time there was this guy, his name is Stitches. So he's famous at the time. I think he was only 18. He was coming up on the Miami scene, and I think he's still somewhat famous. I mean, but he's a pretty different guy. He's got a lot of tattoos, and his music is quite different. So I went to look him up, and he doesn't have a gold tooth, or or teeth, or but we just thought would go well with the character, because I when I was reading the script, I thought this guy needs to be like super out there, it needs to be a real character, like a rock star kind of dude, So we, I watched a lot of video clips from this Stitches guy. So I kind of came up with a personality on my own for Neon,
I know who you're talking about.
Eric helped out a lot, but yeah, I based a lot on this Stitches guy. Yeah,
I know exactly who you're talking about. He's a rapper dude, right?
Right.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think by now he should be like 24, 25, or yeah. But I actually met him, believe it or not. I ended up meeting him out here in San Diego. I was one day I was partying downtown at the Hard Rock Hotel, and I saw this guy, coming out of one of those Escalades, and I was like, oh, he must be some kind of rock star dude. And I came closer to him, and I was like, what? Stitches? That was so funny, man. I think it was near Comic-Con time, and he was there with his crew, and believe it or not, I was with this girl, and she was like, oh, that's the guy you based your character on, right?
Wow.
And I was like, yeah,
cool.
That's him. And dude, believe it or not, the guy was hitting on her. She came to talk to him, and I was like, wow, this is just
trying
like
to
me.
hit on your chick.
Yeah,
That's
hitting
funny.
on my chick. I was like, dude, are you serious? Told her, oh,
Crazy.
you got a nice ass and all of that. And I was like, dude, are you serious?
He said,
was
hey. Yeah, that's your mentor, huh?
I mean, it's like, dude, Are you serious? No, it was a trip, total trip, man. It was crazy.
Crazy. Hey, before I ask the next question, does somebody is somebody watching the show while they're doing it? Because we can hear some feedback from somebody. Is somebody listening to the show kind of loud while we're doing it? If so, kind of
it might be me.
Turn it down.
That might be me.
Yeah, turn it down a little bit because we can hear the feedback.
Yeah, is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Also,
mine is medium. I don't think.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Okay. I'm gonna bring Scott up here in a minute, but I wanted to ask you one more question, Daniel. That I believe it was you. They were told me about somebody who stole the movie. I didn't really understand what you were talking about, but
Sure.
I was really curious,
I
wanted to ask you. Then I figured we'd wait until you came on so I could hear it.
Yeah, I can elaborate on that. When we finished the film, we went through a distributor first. I don't even remember their name. Scott should know. It's tough to be in the micro low budget independent market. We none of us were really completely sure what to expect at that time. When we finished the movie, as far as distribution went, and we ended up hooking up with this guy, and we were with him for a while. No reports, nothing, and when we finally thought, okay, this is not working out, let's try to break off from his contract. And I think at the time we were with him for about maybe a year or so. Scott can elaborate a little bit more on that, but yeah, he said, okay, no problem. He was cool about it. We didn't make a dime with him, but for us, it was okay. I mean, he didn't make a fit or anything. He was cool about giving us the film back. I think his company was dissolving anyways. But then we were trying to figure out who to go with after that, and then came Adler and Associates, and they proposed a contract to us. Again, we were a little burned out from the first guy, so we thought, we read the contract. It didn't sound really good, but we thought, okay, they are a bigger company. I think, everything looks legit. Let's just give it a shot to go with them. And we did. We signed the contracts, and we've been with them for about 3 years, or maybe a little bit more than that. We never made a dime from them.
Really?
I have contacted them several times, especially for the past 6 months. I have contacted them fairly often. They always blow us off. They have sent us one report once that the movie was making a little bit of money. Apparently, in the only report they sent us, the movie made $2,500, which I thought, wow, that's pretty good. But then that we own them like $30,000 or something. You know how they do.
What? Yikes!
Yeah, that's how they do it. I mean, it might be a surprise for you, Don, maybe that don't know much about the how the behind the scenes on the independent film market goes. But that's the only report we received from them for the past 3 years. And I've been calling them now to try to get the film back, and they just blow us off. Once I got to speak with a guy, because I think finally he gave up and thought, I will speak with Danny. And we talked, and he was very rude, saying, "Oh, you guys signed the contract, and this and that, So I told him, man, all we want is to be a model. No, I'm kidding.
No.
You should have said neon. You should have said neon over there. Put in the T.
Right?
Should have pulled out your tongue a little bit.
That's
All right, hey,
funny.
I'm gonna ask Scott about this. I'm gonna bring him up here, and then I want to come back to you and ask how it was to get handcuffed by Cori. So let me get Scott here.
Sure.
Hello, Scott.
Hi, Steve. Can you hear me?
I certainly can. Wow, you're so. I can hear you pretty good. How do you stand so still like that?
I know. What happened to the mustache?
And talk without moving your lips.
I know. Ventriloquist.
Neon corrupted my video feed.
Oh, so what's going on with the? I was asking Daniel about the company. What does that mean? You try to get your movie back. What does that mean, actually?
Well, what it means is because of their lack of communication on their part, as well as distributing our movies to various markets and platforms, and without us seeing any type of dime whatsoever. Our argument is it's time for us to yank that movie out and either distribute it ourselves or find a reputable distributor who can work on our behalf to put the movie in the markets it deserves to be in. And so that's the underlying reason why we want to yank it out, and so we can get it, not just that, but also regain control of the rights to that movie as well, because we do own the copyright to that movie, Danny and I, as well as Eric.
Is there any chance of you guys actually getting it back, getting out of that contract?
Well, Danny, as he had mentioned, reached out to the company in question for many times over, and I'm sure that there are ways of navigating the legal avenue of retrieving our film from the company. Obviously, some of those ways can be costly, nonetheless, and but at the same time, there have been numerous other filmmakers who were successful in retrieving their film from the company, or any company that deems to be very dishonest in their representation of the filmmakers. And so that's
it's possible.
It's possible, yes. And I mean, the journey hasn't ended with us retrieving that film from the company. Eventually, one way or another, where we will be able to get it back. When that happens is unclear at the moment.
Call Judge Judy.
Yeah, I know. What a mess.
Did she retire recently?
Yeah, who would have known all this is going on? Did she got fired?
She's awesome.
No, I think she took an early retirement, and now I heard that she's coming back. So.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, so who I tried to get actually Eric on here too, but he's got some things going on right now where he couldn't make it. Who actually
by the way,
came up?
Steve?
Yes, sir.
I forgot to say hi to the lovely model Dawn, as well as Sally Dobbins. Nice to meet you guys.
Alive and well.
And you too, Neon.
Yeah. Yeah, we were waiting for you. We saw you come on, then you left, you came back. We thought you just were making a dramatic entrance. That's what we thought you were doing.
I wish.
So whose
he
idea
apparently
was
didn't want to be a model.
You didn't want
to be a model. That's for sure.
So who came up with the idea of this movie anyway? Whose idea was it?
Danny, you want to answer that, or?
Sure. I can answer that. Most of the idea came from Eric. Eric Wilford, the director. He came up with most of the concept. Nonetheless, Scott and I also, once Eric brought the idea to us about making the film, we thought, we gave some input, um, and and then the three of us decided to go ahead and start hiring the actors, and luckily we got these wonderful people to come on board. Don, Jody, and Cori, and Tony Cox was part of it, and Phil O'Reilly, and all these other guys, and yeah, it was great to work with everyone. Especially because we had some really cool locations and everything, and everybody was really helpful. But yeah, just elaborating on your question here, but yeah, mainly it was Eric's idea, and of course Scott and I, we brought some ideas along as well, but the core of the idea was Eric's. Absolutely. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, it's just there was actually, we were trying, I don't know who I was talking to, but we were trying to get the lady that was she was photographing Cori. I don't know if Cori was tied up or something. There was an older lady that was photographing her. We were trying to get her on, but we weren't able to.
Mhm.
But I thought that was pretty sexy that she was able to get naked,
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty, that was pretty cool. I know she was an older lady, and
Yes.
she looked pretty good. And I thought
Yeah,
that was pretty. She took some balls to do that.
Apparently, I'm not sure if it's Scott. I mean, I'm sure Eric will know better about like her whereabouts and like her information. But apparently, she had done a few things, right, Scott?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did a few things back in the past before we decided to bring her on board, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Danny, but she was well known in the fitness world, right?
The fitness, apparently so. Yeah, yeah, and I think at the time she was doing low budget films here and there, like pretty much like a one day kind of gigs. Like she wasn't like really being part of the cast like the other actors, but she was, as far as I remember, she was doing like one day gigs for a bunch of other people. So I can't elaborate more on that because I don't really recall it, but apparently that was the deal, with her. I don't know if she's still making movies or working as a model. I'm not sure.
Well, and a few of I was surprised to learn that actually had big followings. A couple of the gals did adult entertainment, some other things, and actually had big fan bases. So I think that also obviously helps get attention to the movie, because once you start, meeting other people that maybe you didn't shoot scenes with, and following them on social media, and you're like, oh my god, this girl's like a huge fan base, and it's like, oh, what else have you done? And it's like, oh, okay, because they had done other things. But the one thing I really enjoyed about this film with the cast was that everybody came from such different backgrounds, but had such diverse experience. I mean, and it just made it a lot of fun. I mean, Danny, still think about, and this is kind of one of the fun things about doing indie or, low budget films is the behind the scenes stuff. Like if you could make an entire movie on behind the scenes stuff from indie films, there's a scene in the movie where Danny and I are in my office and we're talking about getting more models. We're counting all this money. And, and I'm counting this big wad of cash that he supposedly brings me. Well, one thing no one thought about was to bring actually money. Now we're all, either entrepreneurs or, low budget actors. So everyone's broke. So now I'm supposed to have this big thing of cash, and everyone's like, who's got money? Well, nobody had money. So everyone's taking money out of their wallet. I think like one person had like a 20, all the rest, because you're working with, a bunch of strippers and things. So everybody had all these ones. So if you really look at close, I have like a couple of big bills that I'm counting, but all the rest are $1 bills. So I look at Daddy and I go, hey, you're a horrible drug dealer because these are all $1 bills.
Jody, if you want to make you happy, now Danny has a lot of fake play money $100 bills.
Oh, there you go. See, moving up in the world.
Yeah, I had to buy them because all these movies that we make, they always require some kind of cash, So I had to get it. Yeah. But yeah, I remember
I got a question.
So much fun, and I remember getting the location for your office. We were like, really cracking our heads, like where should we shoot this? And somehow that location came about. They are friends of mine. The famous Red Barn, right, Scott?
That's correct.
We have shot several things.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and
things can happen in a Red Barn when you hear that term, Red Barn.
and it was just perfect for Bikini Mayhem, the office and everything. So it worked out.
I gotta say this. The only downer part of this whole thing is that there wasn't a part 2. I'll be honest. I mean, I could have watched the sequel to that. I really enjoyed the first one. I was like, but then awesome. Jody, when I found out what happened to Jody, I was like, I started sitting down thinking, okay, how can we bring her back? That was my first thought after I watched the movie.
How can Sally Dobbins get brought back to life?
Yeah.
Hypothetically, she could be brought back to life as a twin. Maybe Sally.
Or maybe I had an evil kid. There's always like something like that where she starts out good and she wants to run the business as a good, honest talent manager, but then falls to the wayside of her deceased mother. I don't know. There's a ton of ways you could go with that. Yeah. See?
You see how minds start going? Everybody's thinking now how we could get a sequel going.
Cori and I were laughing like a couple years ago. I'm like, oh man, I've gained a few pounds since we did that. And she's like, well, I'm like not the same size. And then she got pregnant. She's like, we'd have to call it One Piece Mayhem. It can't be a Bikini Mayhem anymore.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through everybody to just let everybody know what you guys are doing today, and any kind of shout outs to whatever brand you got going. Go ahead and go for that. I'm going to pull up Dawn first. Well, I guess Dawn decided not to do it, so let's go. Dawn just disappeared.
She's like, I'm out.
Let's go to Jody here because I want to hear what Jody's got going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still doing I have the business 65 Media, which I played women's football for a decade, and my jersey number is 65. That's why I called the company 65 Media, because Taylor marketing was way too vanilla for me. But yeah, I'm still doing that. Obviously, the pandemic changed some things because we're not doing red carpets anymore. So it's been interesting to see how Hollywood and the industry and promotion has changed. Doing a lot of stuff with small businesses, and it's exciting to see things come up and change, and social media become so forefront in a lot of how talent is promoting themselves. So still doing that, and still doing a lot of activism things now. And yeah, I mean, I'm in San Diego. I always joke and say that, where most people work a day job for their movie career, and I make movies to keep my day job going.
Very cool.
It's fun.
Very cool. Tell everybody what your website is, or your business, so everybody can go check that out.
Yeah, so if you do, my slogan is for anyone who wants everyone to know there's someone. So it doesn't matter if you're Kim's Daycare or Kim's Kardashian, anything we can do to promote you at every budget level. We are here for you. And it's 65media.com, and it's SIXTY, the number 5 MEDIA.com. Same thing across all social media platforms. And then my personal one is just at Real Jody Taylor.
Yeah, I think Jody also does a radio program from time to time. Right?
Yeah, and I still I do a show on Fridays called Notes from the Underground, and we kind of take on, and that's on KNSJ. It's a Justice Radio, and we've done everything. We've had social justice, like we had Tasha Williamson on. We've tackled tough subjects of gun reform, and then we've had fun stuff on. So. The cool thing about my biggest thing for FM radio from doing podcasts was I couldn't cuss. So man, I had I was like my first whole year was just paying fines to the FCC. So I was like, I'm not making any money doing this. So the first, it was like I got an award from the cast when I did it through a whole show without using swear words. So that's a bummer. FM radio's great, but you have to be, PG-13.
Gotta watch your mouth, huh?
Yeah, it was like dropping F-bombs, and I'm like, shit, damn, forget it, I'm just not gonna talk.
Beep. Yeah. All right. Okay, Jody. I'm gonna move on here to Dawn. Dawn's back. And let's blow Dawn up. Okay, Dawn, why don't you tell everybody what you got going on today? Hello?
I can barely hear you. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't know what's going on with my mind. You can hear me? Okay, I can hear you now. I'm sorry. What was the question?
Yeah, why don't you tell everybody what you got going on today, and if you got any shout outs, any kind of brands you wanna shout out or anything like that? Websites, if you're doing anything, promoting anything. So
of the nature, no.
So you're at, I got something that you're doing. You're at a Bikini Mayhem reunion today.
I'm in a podcast.
I think we have a bad connection with Dawn, I think. So what we're going to do, I don't know if she can't hear us or... Yes, I don't think so. So let's go.
I can barely hear you. I'm sorry.
Maybe she can write on the chat menu here.
Yes. Hey, Dawn, if you can hear us, why don't you turn your camera off and try just the audio? I don't know if you can hear that.
Okay.
Let me see here. Let's go to.
How do I do that? How would I do that? Wait, off.
There should be a little camera and mic button down below.
Is that better?
Okay, let's move to Danny for now while she's fixing that. Okay, and Danny, everybody.
I can hear you better now. You're right. Thank you.
Okay. Well, we go back to Dawn here in a second. Danny, why don't you tell everybody what you're up to today and any kind of shout outs to anything you're working on that you want people to know about?
Yeah, we Scott and I just finished our third feature film. We still believe in the art. We are still working hard to make feature films. We just finished Fell Out. It's our third feature film. It's a thriller suspense film that we were very fortunate to put together. So now we're working on its post-production. And just a huge shout out to everyone who participated in the film. I mean, it was also work of love, as Bikini Mayhem was, and The Evil Rises, which was our second feature. We've been very fortunate to work with very wonderful people that are pretty much trying to make these independent films and have a passion for that. With Sellout was interesting because it was supposed to be somewhat of a project in between, between The Evil Rises and this other bigger project we have going on, which is called LA Bound, and but how you never know how these things are gonna turn out. Really, I mean, it just got its own legs, and it just grew. I mean, so much, and then we thought, let's make sell out a priority, and we ended up with we're gonna end up with a near 2 hour feature film that's really exciting, and it's gonna really blow everyone out of their socks. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be great. So
and what's it called?
Sell out.
Sell out. And do you have like a website or anything, or people can go?
We are working on that. The meantime, we are working on our post production. But I do have a website from my company. It's Florenzano Films. It's my last name. It's FLORENZANO films.com.
Okay.
I try to get that updated as much as I can. And then I have my Facebook at Florenzano Films, and then also Instagram Florenzano_films.
Very cool.
And then on out of Instagram we have a pretty good following. I mean, it's not huge, like but we have a really good following on the Evil Rises. We have about 5,000 followers, and
very cool.
So
Nice.
that's pretty cool.
Very good.
For this latest project, Sellout, we don't have yet too many. I mean, basically, friends of friends who participated in, but we're working on the whole thing with an Instagram coordinator, manager, and so hopefully we can grow that to become pretty big as well. So hopefully we're looking to maybe release the film sometime in August, late July or August. So hopefully everything goes as we planned, and we'll give you guys a shout out, when the film is done.
Yeah, let us know. The movie's called Sellout, and when it does, let us know so we can talk about it. That'd be very cool to check out.
Absolutely.
Well, I've seen one of your movies, so I really liked it. So I'm really interested in seeing another one.
Sure.
So I'm gonna move over here to Scott. Hey Scott, why don't you tell everybody what you're doing today, and if there's any websites or social media platforms you want to shout out?
Thanks, Steve. As Danny mentioned, along with Danny, I've helped produce the film Sellout, and two other previous micro budget feature films. One that we're talking about today, and in today's session, Bikini Mayhem, and then second after that was The Evil Rises, which is available for people to view online in various outlets, some outlets for free. If you have a chance to take a look at that, feel free to do so, Steve. And you can easily see that movie on its own website through various links. All you have to do is go to www.evilrisesmovie.com, and you'll see a number of links that will lead you to watching the movie for free. I was an associate producer for an independent film that starred Denise Richards from Starship Trooper fame, and that movie was called A Life Lived, and it's out on various video on demand platforms as well. And I'm also currently writing a horror feature script with a colleague of mine in Los Angeles. And aside from that, continuing to work with Danny on the post production of Sellout.
Very cool. Very cool. Let me see here. Let me pull up. Lissa, are you?
I'm here.
we have Alyssa and Alberto, and Eddie isn't here today. He's another co-host of ours, and he had to go do some carpet or something, so he's not here today. We think he's doing carpet. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Selling carpet on the corner.
But Alyssa, you got any questions for the Bikini Mayhem cast before they have to go?
No, honestly, no, I don't. I don't know. They've pretty much said everything. Pretty good at what they're doing now, and
we know you haven't seen the movie, but from hearing us talk about it, doesn't it sounds kind of cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to borrow your copy so I can watch it.
I know, huh? You know what I need to do is I need to get this copy somehow to all of them.
It's not pirating, it's just borrowing.
It's just borrowing.
No, I encourage it. I think what I always say this all the time, that Matthew McConaughey really brought light to independent film, because he made it okay when he did Mud and he got an award for that. And he said, he had less money in his pocket, but he was able to work with a cast in a movie that actually told stories. And I think that one of the good things, if anything, that came from the pandemic is it gave people time to really start watching independent film, because a lot of these guys are really storytellers, and it's not always about the big budget. And even for me, when I work with clients, I say, listen, this might be your opportunity to really get into a good script rather than a huge budget film where you're going to maybe get a couple minutes on there. Because how often do you go back and see these movies that big A-list celebrities did of indie films? Only now it's more the in thing to do. So I always encourage and thank people like you guys for bringing such light to it, because you always hear all the time, patronize small businesses, but I can't stress enough to do the same for independent filmmakers. We have a great film community here in San Diego that's so underrated. Now, obviously, some of the bills like AB5, wasn't so great for independent filmmakers, which that's a whole show you guys could do on that. But really, this is a great film community, and I encourage everyone, when you can, spend a few extra bucks, watch indie films, because you may be very surprised about the stories and movies you see. The Sound of Metal, which I just watched in a fluke before it was even nominated for an Oscar, was a great movie, and then it gets nominated for an Oscar. Wow. So you'll see just stories like that. So I always encourage people, and you'll just never know until you really do one of these films what people like Danny and Scott and Eric go through to put one of these movies together, and literally out of their own pocket to make these things happen.
Yeah, I went to years ago. I went to the Independent Film Festival. That was really cool down in San Diego, actually. Yeah, that was really cool. And I watch movies all the time. I'm pretty much like a couch potato now for the last year, but I love to watch, B movies, indie movies, all, I watch obscure things.
Oh, right on.
But yeah, I want to see this movie.
Steve, you're one of the very fortunate few that were able to obtain a copy of the Bikini Mayhem DVD. Unfortunately for Danny and I and the rest of the cast and crew, we never had a chance to get such a copy. And obviously nowadays, if you do find something, it might be very pricey. But if there's any way that you can get us copies of that and throw in a couple of those T-shirts of yours, that'd be great.
Of course.
See how he wangled that in there? He's got a porn star mustache in there.
Hey, Steve, I'm thinking as a producer here.
Always the quiet guys.
Just for the mustache, all right. It's a deal.
You know what? Anything.
For the porn star, anything. Yeah. I think unfortunately we lost Dawn. I think we just had a bad connection with her, and she's gone. But I want to thank all you guys for coming on. It was really cool. It's very cool to watch a movie and then have people from the movie on the show, because it's just cool. Especially, I enjoyed the movie, so to have you guys on here, I wish Cori would have been here. That would have been nice, and that would have made but things happen.
Yeah, she's the star, so it would have been nice.
But I enjoyed the movie. I want to thank you guys for coming on. Like I said, I have the movie, if there's a way I can get other copies, like I said, it took me 2 years to find this one. I think I just kind of got lucky. And but
yeah,
2 years ago it was available. It was available, but I just thought, oh, I'll just get it later. It was, I didn't think nothing of it. I go, oh.
Look how strange that is, right? I mean, we all, Eric, Scott, and I, we all have, digital copies, and we know the film backwards pretty much, but I don't own a DVD copy. I mean, I was never. It's for me, it kind of blows my mind that we not even that the people from Adler and Associates had the decency to do it for us. They flat out stole our film, which is unfortunate, but it didn't happen only to us. I mean, they've done that for quite a bunch of filmmakers. Their names, their names is on Better Business Bureau. It's splattered out everywhere. I mean, but they're still doing business, which pretty much blows my mind. I mean, they've done that for a lot of filmmakers that I've seen and I spoke with. It sucks, but
we were like the TLC version, and they were like Pebbles in comparison to indie film. So we're all driving around in Hyundais without our copy of the movie. Thanks,
it's sad, like for The Evil Rises, for instance, before we get our distributor that we're working with right now, we Scott and I thought, hey, let's get organized between us and let's make the DVD copies ourselves, and let's distribute to the whole cast and crew, because we don't want to go through the same thing that has happened with Bikini Mayhem. And I mean, fortunate, we had a little bit more of experience. It was our second feature film, so we thought of these things ahead of time, and fortunate, everyone has a copy of the film in a physical way,
hard copy,
not only digital. So I mean, maybe on the sequence, Bikini Mayhem 2, where Jody will play her own twin, her
a nice twin,
a nice twin, who
that doesn't want nobody to take their clothes off. She's totally opposite.
I came from the Me Too movement, and I'm like, no,
that's right.
We want everybody to be models with your clothes on,
and everybody gets a hard copy this time.
And everybody gets a hard copy of their work. See?
There we go.
We'll tell a positive story.
But I don't even know if Jody and Dawn and knew about this, but yeah, it just sucks. It's sad because we all put a lot of work into it behind making the film, and I appreciate what Jody said. About she knows how hard that is to put a project like that together, but in the end of the day, it's a business as well, and you want to make a profitable enterprise, a profitable film, and unfortunately, with Bikini Mayhem, it hasn't happened. So maybe
you just ran into a bad business. There are people out there that are eat or be eaten, and there's you got to be ruthless out there, and it sucks. You just got to be careful, unfortunately,
And Danny knows, even when it's a good situation, what most people don't understand is, I mean, anyone's got a hand is going to put it in your pocket. So I always laugh when I hear other people like, oh, that guy must be a millionaire. I'm like, yeah, but wait till he pays his manager, his publicist, the network's publicist, his stylist. When everyone's done getting their cut, that's why I always laugh when people talk about athletes, like, oh yeah, he's taking a knee and he's, making millions. It's like, yeah, after he's done paying everybody, and the average NFL life is 10 years at best.
It's crazy.
Well, Like I said, I could say one. I could say one thing. I mean, I don't want to rain on nobody's parade, but I got a hard copy.
That's cool. No, of course.
Hey, at least somebody got one. At least somebody got one.
That's great. No, I'm sure. I'm sure. Scott and I and Eric will eventually we get this. We'll get this sorted out. I mean, it's just
I'll tell you, when you guys get this straightened out and get the movie back, and then you guys can make more hard copies, then you could come back on the show, and then we could make sure more people get a copy of this hard copy. How's that?
Awesome. Maybe we'll come back. We'll come back with good news of Bikini Mayhem 2.
Definitely, yes, yeah. You know what? If you do that, and and if you want the M25 show in the background somewhere, you let us know. We'd love to be in it because I love the movie and I'm a big fan of that. So I'm sure my partners here would love to be in it, and that would be something fun. So I want to thank you guys for coming on.
Danny's face, his wheels are already turning.
Oh yeah, I'm already
a filmmaker. In him. He's like, all right, that could be a scene where we get the star in on an interview. And
yes,
exactly. All right, guys, I want to thank you for coming on. You know how to get a hold of me and the show. So if you ever want to get a hold of us, just message and maybe we get something together later on. And thank you so much for coming on the show. It was really cool to have you all on here.
Thank you for having us. And can you let Alberto know not to talk so much next time, because he really is kind of hogged all the time with everybody.
He's in awe. That's all. He's in awe that you guys are on the show. I'll see what I could do about. I'll see what I can do about the shirt thing. So
we gotta change Alberto's shirt for a Padres shirt.
I know. I'm like, it's so glaring.
And
we got Padres fans. Yeah, we got Angels, Padres, and Dodgers. There's gonna be a big brawl here in a minute, so we better get the hell out of here.
Maybe one day we can toss him a Bikini Mayhem t-shirt. There
you go.
There you go. Hey, now we're talking. All right, guys. I want to thank you, Scott, Jody, Danny, Don. Unfortunately, he's gone, but thank you to Don and Cori. If you're listening somewhere, I wish you could have been here. We'll try to get something together when part 2 comes out, and we'll see what we can do. All right, guys. You take care, and thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve, Elisa, Alberto. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
All right, that's where some of the cast members from Bikini Mayhem, and we'll see how long it takes Danny to understand that he's got to let himself out the door.
There he goes.
There you go. Oh my God! It says beware of Trojan.emotent. You know what that means?
You getting a virus?
Are you getting a virus?
Those ads come up for me to click. They're trying to trick me. Once you click it, then you get it. Oh my gosh. Too much. So we had Padre fans. I haven't had a Padre fan on here, I don't think, ever.
Well, they're from San Diego.
I think the Padres are going to be coming up pretty soon. Aren't they on their way? They're doing pretty good, no?
They're picking up players left and right, so.
Yeah, I don't follow the Padres too much, but I didn't know this. But last year they were were they in the playoffs or were they in a hunt or something like that?
Yeah, they were in the playoffs. I think they played the Dodgers in like the wild card round.
Oh, they got beat. The Dodgers beat them, of course. But yeah, they haven't been anywhere for years. So for them to be even in a wild card, I guess that's pretty good.
Yeah.
They got your boy, what's his name? Machado on there? Is that his name? Machado?
Yeah, fuck him.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you don't like him. Wasn't he a Dodger?
Yeah, stupidest trade we ever made. Fuck, he did shit for us.
Oh, he was no good?
Yeah, we brought him in not last year. I think the year before. The year we didn't even make the World Series. We brought him in the trade deadline, and I don't know who we gave up. I mean, if you see the Orioles, become good in the next few years, assume it was all our players. And then he came.
That's right.
He
was on the Orioles.
He came from the Orioles.
Well, I don't know. You think I think you two will be slugging it out in the playoffs in the future Probably next 5 years, I would think. The next 3 to 5 years to come, I think the Padres and the Dodgers will be duking it out to.
I think we'll be fighting for the West. You know, that'll be the big rivalry. I don't think the other 3 NL West teams are even doing anything right now. So
I don't know. I had a question. Do you have Alberto your cell service? Do you have what do you have? You have AT&T or is it what do you have?
I have T-Mobile.
Okay. What do you have, Alyssa? If you don't mind me asking.
Excuse me.
You're making her choke up.
Oh my gosh, I'm choking.
She must have had a dream of me with no pants on. That's why she's choking.
I have Verizon. No, I have Verizon.
Okay, so what's the deal with this this AT&T girl, the one that does these commercials? I was reading something about
with
her.
The big boobs.
Yeah, what's
that's Alyssa's theory.
I don't know what the theory is. I was reading something a quote that she said that you don't get to see that no more until I say it's okay. That part kind of stuck a sore. I didn't understand. Why would she say that? Why?
I guess she's online. People are saying stuff about her body. I'm not sure exactly what. I think because she did the commercials before.
Yeah.
And then she disappeared, and then last year during the pandemic, she came back.
Okay.
And I guess people were making comments on her body, so she got all
like nice comments or bad comments.
You know what? I'm sure there were bad comments, but I mean, I know the article you're talking about, and I have it. I think she said she's been getting a lot of why are they placing her body in those ads? So I don't know. I don't know. I haven't read the comments. I don't know what it is exactly. If it is like let's say the big boobs or.
Are they like saying like she's a piece of ass, or they're saying she's fat, or I don't understand what comments are because what I took is when the kind of got me was when she said, "Well, now you don't get to see anything until I say it's pretty much okay." Like I call the shots on how the commercials are made, and I'm gonna sit behind a desk now until
that's
I
what
say.
She's asking for. Yeah.
Now I don't know.
Here's part of the article. It says. But Vaintrub's response activated even more sexual harassment in the Twitter thread as users called her, quote, sexy, beautiful, and cute, and critiqued her hairstyle. Quote, based on her comment, you're beautiful would be one of those unwelcome comments she mentioned and part of the point you missed.
Oh, man.
So apparently we can't tell her she's cute.
Right.
That's
I could see if it was something like, man, I want to bend that chick over and get her in the ass or something. I mean, stuff like that. I get it. But
and here's the thing: I'm sure there are guys doing that. But then you start beating up on the people who just say who call her beautiful or cute or
you're sexy, beautiful. Yeah. Well, you know what? They're gonna get those things because they're popular. They're on TV.
Right, they're a public figure,
and you're gonna get negative things, and then you're gonna get nice things and. I mean, to me, it sounds kind of snobby to me. It's like, okay, well, when I feel it's okay, I'll stand up and like you can't. I don't know. I didn't like. Do you have the quote that she said exactly? That said, you can't see. I'll say when it's time you can see me or
quote,
something
you've
like
lost
that.
the privilege of looking at it regarding her body. That's her quote.
Damn. I can't deal with that.
You know what? And that was fine with me. I'm not following her, but if I was, unfollow. Okay, I don't. You don't want me to look at you? I won't look at you, and then she'll be fucking crying about that.
I'll be honest. When I first saw her, I go, "Hey, she's cute because she got a nice body," but I didn't think nothing of it. But I wouldn't go to that extent where if she said, "Well, you know what? You can't look at it right now until." I wasn't looking. I wasn't turned on about her or nothing. But
until you. You only give the comments I want you to give.
Right.
You can't look at my body unless the comments are I only approve. That's the thing.
Yeah, if people in those positions, like Alyssa said, public figures, when you're getting any kind of feedback, it's good stuff because people notice you, whether it's good or bad. Once they stop knowing who you are, then that's when you don't have anything. That's her job. That's what she does for a living. So If nobody,
and what kind of pictures is she posting? You know,
I haven't even seen any of these pictures.
She doesn't do like bikini pictures or stuff. I mean, it's regular clothing, but it is kind of, she'll show cleavage and stuff.
Right.
But I think this is what happened. I think it was last year or a couple years ago. She put a video on TikTok, and I kind of saw it right now before the show, and she's complaining that guys are calling her breasts milk jugs and all this, and she I know Steve will find that funny, but she's that is hurting her feelings. Well, then cover them up.
Right. Dress like you do in the AT&T commercials. Button up shirt all the way up to here. Yeah. I mean,
what? Either way, whether they're big or small, they're still milk jugs. That's what they're whatever. It might be.
Eventually, they will
word.
be.
Yeah, it might be playful words.
So maybe she doesn't want to use them that way.
I think it's more people. There's people that are kind of talk that way, and it's just like it just means they probably really want to be on them, or and I don't know. I don't think she should take it that hard. I don't personally like that. It's just the way sometimes guys talk like that. I'm sure a girl would say that too. God, I want to stuck on those milk jugs if she was a lesbian or something, right? I mean, it's just there's people like that. They'll be like, damn, that chick's fine or whatever. But anyway, I got turned off by her when I heard saying, I'm not going to show you this until I think you're all ready. It's like, well, I wasn't even waiting, so I don't know what you're talking about.
But in the article,
wait a minute before I go, Alyssa, I know you have to go, so I guess me and Alberto can keep going. And,
okay.
We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Okay, me and Alberto will finish this thing off, and you go have fun with what do they call those milk bags?
Milk jugs.
Yeah, you don't get offended if anybody says that to you, because they probably just like you.
If somebody tells you nice jugs, don't get offended.
They just don't know how to talk.
There are milk jugs for all 4 of my kids, so I'm good.
They fed 4 kids. That's all that matters.
Yep. There you go. Yep. All right, Alyssa, you take care. Have a nice weekend.
Bye, we'll guys. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Happy Easter.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Easter.
Look at my flag. Yeah, whatever.
What is your flag?
Let me see
here. Oh,
Happy
Jesus
Easter with a
Christ
with
Almighty!
A bunny. What? You got a problem with it?
Get out of there. Okay, so what were you going to say about this girl?
You had to crop it out. I don't know.
No, did I? How do I do? How do I open it? Oh, hold on.
No, that's fine. I mean, actually, when it's 2 of us like that, it's fine. When it's 3, then you don't see me. I'm like off the screen. So, but there's another quote here in the article, and this is people, message, I guess whatever she puts the picture or whatever, and how people send message, put their own messages in the comments. And I'm quoting somebody here. Really impressive how many dudes think they should respond to this by commenting on her body. Somebody else noted. Someone said the tweets, many of which came from men, were quote disrespectful and creepy. This is a generation. This is I feel late millennials and Gen Z, and this is this generation. You know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
You see this a lot in movies. When you have like the really strict dad, and he has like the teenage daughter. And there's always that scene. She has like her first date with they're teenagers, and they come up to the door, and the boy tries to kiss the girl, and the dad opens the door. And like, you're raping my daughter and all that. This is what this generation sounds like. Somebody goes and tells, whatever actress or whatever on social media, hey, you look beautiful. And, here comes, some people, oh, you're creepy and disrespectful. I just don't get it.
She reminds me just of like in high school. When I was in high school, those kind of girls were snobs because they think everybody likes them. Everybody wants them. And any kind of comment, they think the worst, whether it's like, you're pretty. Oh, he wants to fuck me.
Yeah.
Or, oh, you're sexy. Oh, can you believe he's used that word? But if it's somebody they like, then it's okay. Oh, yeah. If they're attracted to somebody, then it's okay. But those are people that are really too into themselves, in my opinion, that think that everybody wants them.
Yeah, and I don't know about this actress, because I know she did the commercials. And I've seen other work, like on, I think, College Humor. She was part of this, her and her friend were called Two Prude Girls. She's actually a funny actress. I think she does some kind of space show on Yahoo.
Okay,
but she disappeared, and then now she comes back and she's getting attention she doesn't want. Now she's crying. I
don't say nothing about the way her commercials are cool and they're funny. They're whatever, they're cool. But it's just when somebody acts a certain way, now that's the way you look at them from now on. Even when they do the commercials that you liked, it's like that's the one that thinks she's all that and shit like that. And you're like, you don't even want to watch the commercial. You change it.
Yeah, so like I said, like those girls, like you can't. You're not allowed to see me that way. It's like you don't control my feelings. If I think you're cute, fine. I mean,
that's the way it is. Yeah.
I guess I'm creepy.
She should understand. I don't know how old she is, but she should be old enough now to know.
34.
Yeah. Okay. She doesn't know by now that guys are attracted to women.
Yeah.
And women are attracted to women. That's sometimes you get that, and that's unfortunately, sometimes you get some bad, some dirty comments, but hey, you know what? You're not the only one. I'm not saying it's right, but it happens. So don't let it slide off your back and just move on. Unless somebody's trying to hurt you, like rape you or something, that's different. But if they're just sending comments.
Look here, according to that video that she posted about, people calling her breast milk jugs. She goes, I think last week goes, let me read the article. And she read aloud derogatory written comments that appeared as she spoke. I guess she was doing a TikTok, so how they have like the comments coming up.
Yeah.
And then she goes, quote, "I'm hurting," she said in the video. And again, quote, "and it's bringing up a lot of feelings of sexual assault."
Oh, Jesus.
So that's
I've seen a lot of these not TikToks, but like Instagram lives when people who public figures come on, and there's all kinds of people on there, and then there's a lot of comments flowing by, and you see funny shit, and you see people bagging on them, and you see all kinds of stuff, and it's like, I would think most of them, they don't even see that. They see it, and they just forget. They don't even want to say nothing, because especially if it's offensive to them, what do?
Yeah,
well, just let it slide by and forget about it. It's gone. You don't make a big thing about it going, oh my God, I can't believe somebody said my milk. What do they call it? Milk bags?
Milk jugs.
Milk jugs. Well, she must have big boobs then.
Yeah, they're pretty decent.
I don't know. I don't know why people are like that. I mean, even people that are not famous.
If you don't want those kind of comments, stay offline.
Well, she's going to get them anyway.
Huh?
She's going to get them anyway, even if it's not from social media, from people that don't know her, that see her on TV or whatever. She could go to the beach or go to somewhere, and there's always some guy that might say, hey, look at that fine chick, or look at that.
We know you won't be at the beach, but I mean, if you saw her somewhere else, you probably
if I saw her like at the mall or something, or
you take out your phone and start recording.
Yeah, take pictures. She probably go, oh my God, look at that guy, he's taking pictures of me. What a pervert.
She feels sexually assaulted.
It's like, you know what? You're lucky anybody's taking pictures of you.
Yeah.
They're taking pictures because I think you're a good-looking woman.
Give it 5 years, probably nobody will remember you.
Oh yeah, yeah. When the looks leave, then you'll have everything you want.
When AT&T finds another cute girl to put on.
Yep. You're in your 30s, 40s, and 50s are coming soon.
Yeah.
You won't be doing AT&T very long. I don't know. It really rubbed me the wrong way hearing that shit. I didn't like that. I don't like that.
Nope.
Anyway, well, next week I wanted to talk. I don't want, because it's probably going to be long to talk about, but next week I want to talk about that. Is George Floyd trial just started? And I didn't know too much about it. I heard about.
You're looking for trouble?
No. I just I knew what happened, but I didn't really watch all how it went down and all that, but I've been watching it on Court TV, and they were showing actually videos of every side of what happened, and I have I have my take on it, on both sides of how I feel, and You know, it was pretty heavy to watch. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a pretty heavy video.
I mean, we've all seen the video. We talked about it when it happened last year. So
yeah, I guess when I saw it yesterday and the day before, I was watching it. I don't remember seeing it like that. I just thought that, you know, they just got him down, but you know, there was a whole ordeal. You know, the guy was making a big scene the whole time, and
I don't know if you remember when we talked about it last year, but I told you that, you know, you see the knee on the neck. Yeah. And then they showed little clips, you know, when he was across the street. And I remember this, and, you know, and I go, you know, they're talking to him, they handcuff him, they walk him to the police car, cut to the knee and the neck. And I go, there's a lot we haven't seen.
Yeah, there was a lot more.
And then the video leaked late last year. And you see the horror deal, you know, they're just, you know, get in the car, you know, and Floyd is crying that he's claustrophobic and he can't get in, even though he was in the car not a few minutes before that. And, you know,
yeah, he was fighting before, even when he was in his own car. They were trying to get him out.
Yeah.
In his own, like, I think it was a minivan or something. And they had trouble from that on until cuffing him and then getting him all the way across the street to the police car. And I mean, I'm not saying what they did was right, because he was kicking and yelling the whole time until he apparently died, right?
Yeah.
But when he died, however he died, the cops should have known, because they had three of them, one on his small of his back and knee there, one on his neck, and the other guy holding his legs every time he kicked, right? Yeah. So there was the point they showed the whole thing, and there was a point in the video where he just stopped talking, and he was limp, so you knew something was up.
They should have known something was up at that point, but I mean, that's up to the jury to decide.
No, I know. I'm just saying that if the guy would have got in the car like he was supposed to, this wouldn't have never happened. But also, I mean, the cops, they're pretty trained to know if somebody's out. I mean, you know, if they're screaming for 30 minutes, they're trying to get him cuffed and get him in the car for 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden there's just dead silence, and he goes, you know that, okay, maybe I should take my knee off his face or whatever they were. It just kind of let off.
Kind of check on him first.
Yeah, check his pulse to see, hey, tell everybody, well, sorry guys, get away, he's gone, or say something, you know, or but and that would have probably saved the cop that they're saying that. I guess they're all involved, but I mean, the main cop, it could have saved his, I don't know, I say career or something. I don't know, because
I don't know how, had Floyd lived, I don't know how this case would have shaken down. But I mean, I think a lot of it's because he died.
Yeah, if he would have lived, I don't think anything would happen, because he would have lived.
You know, we would have probably seen the video, but you know, all the bullshit that happened last year, all burning every city down. Probably. Yeah, I don't agree with that either. It's just like when I'm watching the video, I was saying to myself, like, why don't you just get in the car, be quiet, shut up, and get in the car? It's like, that's all you hear for about 20, 30 minutes. And then finally they just said, get him out, because he was laying on sideways in the car. Get him out. Well, they're trying to put him in the car, and then he goes, can I just lay down on the ground? And then, that leaked to it. But you know, that leaked video, they're doing that, and then they cut to the knee, and I'm all, you know, I bet he didn't go down to the ground easy. You know, I don't think the knee to the neck was the first resort, but you know, that's they'll figure that out in the trial. Yeah, I think whether he died I don't know. I honestly think that he died because he choked. Because could you imagine being? Well, I mean, I don't think choking helped. It might have, maybe, he was on something, or he was just mentally ill or something. The way he was acting. They got that mixed martial artist, saying that the hold was deadly. I mean, I don't care. I don't give a damn about him. I want to hear about medical experts, and they're going to be two different experts who are going to claim their point that they had the knee cause, if not cause, contributed, and then you're going to have defense is going to come with their expert that says no. I mean, this, hey, had they let him drive away, had they never showed up and he drove away, he would have died so many minutes later. So
is that what happened? He died of an overdose. They said that already, or
I think that the coroner came up with that, I believe, and then
because I just heard he had drugs in his system.
He had.
But they said
I don't mean to be rude, but from what I've heard, he had enough drugs to kill a donkey. So he had meth and fentanyl. Fentanyl, I think, was the thing that killed Michael Jackson.
So how did he die then? I mean, how did he just?
He had medically he had hypertension. High blood pressure, and that messed up the heart when you give those drugs.
Yeah,
meth alone. And.
How did he die that second though? It was just his time from the drugs.
Yeah, basically. If you OD or something, you don't die. I mean, you may die instantly, but there's you take it and then it runs through your system, and then finally, it made the heart pump too much or something, and just I think it's called delirium, or that's what they're claiming. Defense would be
if somebody. Say something. Yeah, I know. One more thing. If you saw somebody, you were doing that, and you saw somebody who looked like he died, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't do nothing. They're just like, okay, we'll keep the knees on his back and his neck, and we'll just wait. Because they also showed somebody. There was a lady there who was a firefighter. She was off duty, and she's all, hey, look, let me help this guy. He looks like he's unconscious, and they're all get away. Not to overstep. You should know if you're a firefighter, not to overstep your boundaries. And she said, okay, well, of course she got on the curb, but she was trying to tell him, hey, look, I can help him. He looks like, I guess he I don't know if he pissed or shit or.
I don't know. I know at some point he passes out. So.
Well, I think he died. I don't think he passed out. He died. Well, I mean, what happened?
Like I said, he stopped moving. He stopped making noise. I don't know if he died at that moment or he just. I mean, that was the beginning of the OD. I mean, just the end.
Yeah. Well, whether he OD'd or he got choked out, whatever, you still gotta save the guy. Whether he's black, white, Chinese, Mexican.
They know. I mean, even in any situation, this kind of reminds me. Remember the bank shootout in I think North Hollywood way back '98 or something.
Yep.
And you saw the mayhem, and there was that thing. Remember the guy in the car? He's driving the car. Remember, one guy walks away and he gets shot, and then the guy's driving the car.
Yeah.
And there was a big shootout down the street, and he lived through the shootout, but he bled out, and then people were criticizing the cops because they didn't let the paramedics show up fast enough. You got to remember that there's a scene going on. There was a shootout, and then police need to first get control of the scene before you let in firefighters, paramedics, ambulances, because otherwise they could be in danger. And you look at that video of Floyd, and people are yelling, people are pissed off. I think cross-examination on one of the witnesses, that he wanted to help, and the lawyer asked the guy, how many, you call them fucking pigs or something. You were cussing them out and stuff. I mean, you don't, you seem hostile. Do you think the police are going to let you get in a crime in the containment area?
Yeah.
So it's like I said, that firefighter, nurse, whatever she was.
I get it.
Control the area.
I get it. She was doing the right thing. The cops were doing the right thing. The guy, he should have just did what he was supposed to do. None of this would have happened. But the lady that you said, she was trying to help the firefighter because she sees this stuff. She probably said, "Hey, there's something wrong with this dude. Let me help."
The guy in the store, the cashier in the store where he tried to pass the fake 20. He goes, "This guy is messed up on something," and they showed video of him inside the store.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. He was on, because first I was like, hey, was this guy, is something mentally wrong with him the way he was acting? But it makes sense now if he was on drugs. That's why he was acting like that. I get it. And I don't even know why he was sitting in his car across the street if he passed a fake bill. Unless he didn't know he passed a fake bill. He was just sitting there hanging out with his buddies. I don't know. We'll never know. That's the thing, Because if you passed a counterfeit dollar or whatever, a $20 bill or whatever, why would you go walk across the street in your car and just stay there? I mean, if I did it, I would split. I'd say, "Hey guys, we got the smokes. Let's get out of here."
But you're not hopped up on drugs, so.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, anyway, I just it's a sad thing to see. Like I said, if he would have done what he was told, this would have never happened. He got in the cop car, got arrested, and whatever he was charged with, whatever. Who knows? Maybe he had another warrants or something. He didn't want to go to jail. I don't know.
Yeah. Actually, I think a video came out that he was doing the same thing like a year before.
Like counterfeit?
Not counterfeit, but they pulled him over. He was dealing with the cops. They got body cam, and he's doing the same thing.
Somebody said that they shot him before. He didn't die, of course, but he got shot by the police for some reason.
I don't know. He had the thing that back when he was in Texas, he pointed a gun at a pregnant woman's stomach.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
But I don't know. I don't know if he ever got shot. But I guess a year before, he was either pulled over or something, and he was doing the same thing, acting weird and yelling for his mom and all this stuff. And prosecution were trying to say, that happened a year before, that it has no bearing on this case.
Oh,
so
man.
I'm trying to keep that video out because that's
it shows a routine.
Pattern, but but I don't know. I haven't. I know what the media is going to tell me, so I just I even tune it out when it comes out on the news.
No, I get you. I'm with you, and I, like I said, I wish the guy would have died. I wish there was a guy. Did you see the part where that old black guy was telling him, "Hey, just get in the car"? Like that black guy that was a bystander. And he was trying to tell George Floyd, "Hey, just get in the car," because you're not going to win. Whatever he was doing, fighting them or whatever he saw, just go. Why are you doing this? And
I don't know. Here's one thing about that leaked video, and very at the end, Chauvin has his knee on Floyd's neck, and he's still alive. I think he's still yelling, and then one of the other cops it's his body cam. He goes up and should we? He asked Floyd, Chauvin, should we pick him up or something? And Chauvin's all, no, he's gonna stay right here. Yeah. And then the other cop goes, I'm just worried something's gonna happen to delirium. And Chauvin says, yeah, that's why an ambulance has been called. So that already shows that they're already asking for medical help for him. So how that'll play out in the trial, I don't know. It's going to come down to, was the knee on the neck, procedure, official procedure? Was that an official restraint? It's going to come down to.
So did he get fired?
Oh yeah, they've all been fired.
So why would they be fired if they did protocol or whatever it is? Why would they get fired?
To appease the crowd, to appease the mob.
That's the only reason they fired him, because they didn't want to stop the riots.
Yeah, which didn't stop anything, but
interesting. So if they get found not guilty, do they get their job back?
No, they don't. They don't have to get their job back. They can sue for it, but what's the point at this point? Just leave Minnesota, move somewhere. Damn. I don't know. Just,
crazy.
The Minnesota PD will not hire him back. None of the sport. They're because that is public record, and that's not gonna fly with anybody. So
no, that would probably start another ruckus. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, I'm not taking sides on this. All I wish is that dude would have just done what he was told. And even though if people thought he was getting, what do you call it, targeted or whatever, which, whatever. But, why, I always say, why are you always going to put up a fight with a police officer? Why? It doesn't make sense. What it doesn't make sense. That black guy on the street that was telling that guy, hey, just go. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna beat the cops. Yeah. If you're arrested, you're arrested. You gotta go.
You're already in handcuffs.
That'd be like saying, no, I'm not going, and you punch them because they're taking you somewhere you don't want to go. Yeah. You can't do that. And
You just make yourself, make it worse for you.
I just wish for his sake and his family and whatever that, it could have been easy. And yeah, he was on something, and that probably didn't help. And unfortunately, things ended up in a bad way. And there's a lot of people that were affected by it.
Yeah.
Just because of that. Because he didn't get in the cop car, whether he was scared or whatever, I don't even know. But it turned out somebody died. Cops' lives are changed forever. They may go to jail. Cities got burned down. It's very sad that if he just would have got in the car, none of this would have happened.
Maybe.
And he'd be alive.
Probably. Yeah, probably. I mean,
unless he thought they were going to put him in the car and take him up in the hills and beat his ass or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you people are taught now, there are people who are taught, the police are just out to kill you, and you'll believe it.
Yeah, maybe he was really high and thought, hey, this was his death ride. I don't know. I'm not laughing at it, but there's so many things you can think of like what was somebody thinking, and we'll never know. He's not here, so we'll never know.
We can't ask him anymore, so that's.
So my advice to everybody: if you ever get arrested, or even if it's wrong or something, just do what they
even
say.
If you didn't do anything.
Because there are bad cops, and if you're doing that, imagine if there was no cameras and there was back in the day where there was no cell phones and anything, and you were putting up a stink like that. They find a way to get you in the car, take you somewhere, fucking beat your ass a little bit, and then take you into jail.
Yeah.
I mean, cops are human too. It's like, you want to say, shut up, let's go. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But now there's things where cops have to keep it inside.
It's the thing, it's, I mean, in any kind of police action, you got 10 people, 20 people with their cell phones out now. I mean, it sucks to be a cop sometimes, because, I mean, you just can't make an arrest anymore. It was kind of like that. I don't know if you saw the scene in Spring Break down in Miami. I guess, some teenager was drunk on the beach. I think that's what's going on. And they handcuff him, and, there's a crowd, yelling shit and all this stuff. And the guy runs away handcuffed.
Damn. I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got, I mean, like I said, the generation, but I mean, you got people saying, just, hey, fight the cops. They don't have any authority on you. And this is what happens sometimes. People get hurt.
Yeah, that's you're right. That today is a different day. The way people look at cops, it's not the same anymore, and it's too bad because, hey, there's bad cops, there's good cops, just like there's bad people and regular bad people and regular good people. That's but they're the law, and you got to just hope. That I think there's more good than bad. I like to think so. And, but just like in everything, there's bad people, there's bad things in everything. And when that happens, the only thing to do is hope that it gets fixed and they get taken care of and pulled out of that job. And that's all you can do. You can't just say even every cop is terrible and no good. And, there's good cops out there. They got families, and they're out there trying to earn a living. And
most of it, why don't just do their job and go home?
Yeah, like they don't want to mess around with this shit and all this. Could you imagine the headache and all that going through all people that are on drugs or whatever trying to?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't want to hurt them, but we got to get them. We got to get them to jail. Or, I'm sure there was a time where they didn't give a shit. They just they fucking got them any way they could. Yeah. Fucking beat their ass, threw them in the car, and they're going to jail.
Paddy wagon and just
there you go. Beat them with the billy club.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw that and it made me think to talk about it on the show, and I don't know. It's just too bad that it all happened, and now we're gonna have to wait to see what the verdict is, and then it's gonna be another. It's gonna be another. It's gonna be another fiasco, whatever it is.
Another few weeks of cities burning down. and I bet you either way, even if they come back guilty, you know, I think he's overcharged. I don't think what is the second degree,
second and third.
I think they can get him on the manslaughter just because of negligence. If they can prove, you know, he should have known that he wasn't breathing anymore. But I mean, I
that's the thing too. I'll even go to that.
My opinion is if they get him on those higher charges, that's just straight up. You got a jury there that they don't want to have their city burned down, so they're just gonna
find him guilty.
They're just gonna find guilty. I would not be surprised if this jury is hung. There'll be no verdict.
Maybe nobody wants to be the one to be the person that started it. But I think he, you know, whether he's innocent or guilty, I think he or any of those cops that it looks like they're older. Well, the guy that had the main charges, he's an older guy, so I think he kind of should have known even if he passed out or something. I think you would check to make sure, because you know the guy's got problems, and if he's on drugs, you know, well, maybe he overdosed and he's dead or something. You know, you got to know. I mean, I'm sure he's done this job for a while. He looks like a middle-aged dude.
Yeah,
I would think you would have to know. That's like whatever profession you're in. You've been in your profession for 15, 20 years. You kind of know things.
Yeah,
you know, whatever it is, whether you work at a store or you work at a amusement park, something you see and you know you've seen it before, you've seen it happen, you know things are not right. You know, that's what I think, and I think he might have known, but he was just like, "Oh, we'll wait for the fire." This guy's been a dick. He could have been frustrated too. You know, he could have been like, fuck, this guy won't shut up. You know, now he's gonna have to wait for the ambulance.
Yeah.
You don't know. We'll never know unless he gets up on the stand and talks, which I doubt he will. Right?
Yeah, maybe.
That's a death sentence, isn't it, in court when you go up there?
Well, I mean, as a person who's been on 3 jury trials, and the defendant testified in all of them, not really. I mean, it's sometimes it's helpful.
If you were his lawyer, would you think he should go up there and talk, or do you think he should not? If you were his lawyer, that guy's name, I don't know how to say his name.
You know, it would be how is it going in the trial? Sometimes, I mean, I think it's a moment. I mean, there'll come a moment before defense rests, and I guess however the lawyer feels, if you know, and when you're in trial, I mean, you're watching the jury. I mean, I'm sure that defense team is watching the jury left and right. I mean, watching all this. I mean, it's been all emotional testimony.
So if you're saying if you're a lawyer and it seems like, hey, it's a close one, you don't put him up there. But if you think like, oh man, we're dead meat, throw him up there. What do we got to lose?
Something like that, or even if you feel like you're way ahead, if you feel that the prosecution hasn't proven their case, you can probably put them up there too.
You would put him up there. You would put him up there even to give the prosecution a chance to try to shred him up.
If you think he can handle it, yeah.
Well, I guess we'll see. How long do you think this will go on for?
Well, they said at least a month. So,
well, we'll find out in a month.
Buy your guns for the coming insurrection. Come.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Get armed and protect your family.
All right, we're gonna get out of here.
That's my advice.
We went 2 hours. 2 hour show today in 2 minutes. 2 hours and 2 minutes, and we got to go because Alberto wanted to talk about George Floyd. So,
okay.
I had to be a nice guy.
It was always the us, right?
That's Eddie's fault. Eddie's fault.
All right, Eddie would have said, "No, I don't want to talk about it," and the show would have been over.
No, you know what Eddie would have done? What he did today? Just don't show up. No. He just sent a text and said, "Oh, I'm not home." It's okay. I guess I'll talk to you later. Anyway, we'll talk about Eddie
right now.
Yeah, he's probably watching it. I'll go. Let's see what they say about me.
All right.
We're gonna get out of here. Everybody go subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Adventures of the M25 Show. Go to our website at the M25show.com for all information, how to see our live streams, how to get to our podcast. What else do we got on that website? We got past podcast shows, and what do they call those archives?
The archives. So
everything's on there, right?
Should be.
We could tell you to go to certain Facebook pages and Instagram pages, but everything like that, Instagram pages, Facebook pages, live streams, podcasts is all on the website. So it's easier just to go there and don't just go there and look at the picture. Click around in there. Click around to find the different things. There's links for live streams. There's links for the podcast. There's links for a lot of stuff. So don't just go there and go, oh, what a pretty mic that is, and then leave. That's a website. You click buttons to open things up and look at it, right?
Yes.
Sometimes you have to explain to people what to do because sometimes people are stupid.
That's not my opinion, but okay.
I just wanted to say that. All right, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you next week, next Thursday. Same time, same channel.
Bye.
In high school flames, some good, some bad. Can you remember their names? Light up a smoke on Pomona Street with the long hair rockers. Oh, the memories, classic cars, big tits and bars, drinking all night like rock and roll stars.